What's up, metalheads, and welcome to the triumphant return of Full Metal 5. It's been a while, I've been gone, but I am back again to bring our flagship show pretty much back from the dead. So, for those of you joining us, this is our live show, where it's actually our first live non-trivia show, where we curate a top 5 list right here, live for you, lovely people watching. So, but I am not alone. With me, I have a fantastic panel to discuss this week's topic, which, in honor of Mission Impossible Fallout, is the best action movie sequels. And I could not imagine a better panel to talk about this with. First of all, we have one of my admin friends. He is, I mean, you know him as the Sandman. He is Sandy Robinson. Sandy, what's up, man?
Hey, buddy, it is so great to be back on Full Metal 5. Happy that you're back from vacation. We can start doing these on a regular basis again. So I am excited to get through on this one. We got a great panel. So you know what? Let's get her going.
Excellent, excellent. And next to him, he's someone who you either love him or you love to hate him. Either way, he's always a delight to have on the show. Unless you're the host, he's always telling your picks no. Last time I saw this guy, I was facing him off for the World Movie Games title, which I beat him for, which means he will say no to all of my picks today. But he is Luca Fallon. Luca, what's up, buddy?
Checking in back after your vacation. Let's see if your opinions still suck.
Yeah, I know. My opinions are they're never great, but hey, I get to do the show anyways. Next to him, big fan of the show. He's someone who every time I announce the topic, he's always like, I want to get on, and I cannot think of a more fitting face to have on my return show. He is Cody Newberry. Cody, what's up?
Ooh, that's disrespectful. Don't know who did that, but it's okay. Yeah, this is my favorite show on the internet right now. I love to be on it. I love to tell people when they're wrong about this. So my trivia sucks, but telling people that their opinions suck is way better of a strength of mine. So I'm excited for you to be back.
Of course. Paulie was supposed to be here, but wires got crossed, and he couldn't make it. But he'll be on next week, so you can tell him he sucks in the comments. And finally, I always like to try to get some new blood in here. And new blood we have this time. He's making waves all over the internet. He is Jay Burns. Jay, how you doing, man?
What's going on, y'all? I'm ready to get every single one of my choices downvoted. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully, one might make a list, but I'm just happy to be here.
Call this Full Metal No.
Yeah, it's Lucas, so it is Full Metal No in this case. Oh boy, what a show to be back on it. So, the way this works is we have 3 different selection rounds. First one is the nomination period. We're each going to go around and nominate a action sequel. And to be clear, it's an action sequel. We're allowing, genre type action, like we're allowing like sci-fi action or like Western action or action comedies. But we're being a little loose with this one. So, the way this is going to work is first one is the nominations round. We're just going to go around and nominate action sequels until we get to a top 7. For a film to make the top 7, has to get 3/5 majority vote. So I'm going to lead us off with one that I insist must be on the list. It is my personal favorite action movie of all time. It comes from a franchise the franchise on a whole I don't love, but the first movie I love, the second movie I think is even better, and that is Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Terminator 2: Judgment Day, I think, takes everything you love about the first Terminator, expands on the lore. It gives you a excellent villain in Robert Patrick as the T-1000. It makes Sarah Connor one of the great action heroines of all time. It shows you the beginning of what could have been a great career with Eddie Furlong. Sorry about that. Arnold Schwarzenegger makes you cry in this film. This movie just works on so many levels. It's my first favorite Karen movie, and it's just one of my favorite movies, just period. So I think it absolutely deserves a spot on this list. And so he can get his no out of the way first, I'm going to go to Luca. Luca,
no,
Terminator 2.
I think for top 7, yes, it's not my favorite Terminator movie. My favorite Terminator.
I told you.
One.
I told you.
It's a good film. It's a great action film, and Robert Patrick is great in it. The action is fantastic. I absolutely love the Sarah Connor character in both the first and the second film. So I'm going to give it a yes.
Yes. Hey, it may not be a fair Terminator, but at least it's not Genesis.
It's not Genesis, and it's not Terminator 3.
It is not Terminator 3.
Or 4.
or 4.
At least it's not
now I'm
any
gonna
other
go
Terminator
to
that's not the first one.
next. Sandy, does Terminator 2 make top 7?
It 100% makes my list. We were talking about this before we went live, and I was hoping that this was the movie that made everybody's list. And like I said, told everybody here, I knew I could count on Luca. So yay, it makes my list 100%.
Right on, right on.
That's
All right, so that's it. Terminator 2 is the first film to make the top 7. Cody, Jay, your votes didn't count, so I'm gonna go to each of you. Cody, what would you say about Terminator 2?
This movie is overrated. A pile of no, I'm just kidding. I really enjoyed this movie.
I'm about to say, guys, it doesn't
It is overrated.
If you saw Sandy struggling with his mic, I just wanted to kind of create an outburst from Sandy because I thought it was hilarious. But no, this movie is absolutely—it's one of the first. I think it is the first one I thought of when we said action sequels. It's fantastic. So it would have made my list.
All right, and Jay, what would you say about Terminator 2?
I would have definitely said yes. I'm not gonna lie, man. That 1,000-yard stare that Robert Patrick gives still creeps me out to this day. The only reason it's not on my list is because I kind of figured that everybody else on the panel would put it on their list. So yeah, it's definitely not honorable mentions.
Gotta be different. All right. Well, Jay, you get to go. You get to go next. You get to tell us what's on your list. You get the next vote. So, Jay, what do you got?
All right. This one is probably going to get unanimously shouted down, but I don't care. It kind of makes sense when you look at it from what you want in an action movie. You want explosions, you want impossible odds, you want a hero to conquer, you want someone to come back from the brink of loss and make just the miraculous happen. Do you want an aged asshole to jump from a plane before Tom Cruise? If you said yes to at least one of those questions, the answer to this is Live Free or Die Hard. Die Hard 4.
No.
Hey, Chance, thanks for coming back. I'm gonna have a good night. I'm done. Have a good night.
Okay. Can you all just like get our nose out of the way right now? I'm a no.
Hell no. Not just a no. A hell no. There's a way better Die Hard on this, anyways, and you're gonna go with that one.
That's not even the best. That's not even the second best Die Hard sequel. So that's a no. So that gets shot down. I see Luca.
They launched a police car into a helicopter. Get out of here.
Yeah, no.
Luca and Sandy. Sandy, we all in agreement? No.
No. It was said earlier. It's not even the best. It's not even the best Die Hard sequel. So
it's not even the top 2 Die Hard sequels.
You can't go with the best one because you know everybody else is gonna pick it.
They don't let us have an hour show
on the list.
What are you? Okay, well, Jay has some very flawed logic, and Live Free or Die Hard, no shit, doesn't make top 7. So I'm gonna go to Sandy next. Sandy, what's your first bid for top 7?
All right. I have such a hard time with these because I don't know if I want to go with like an absolute slam dunk, like Jay thinks that we're all gonna do, or if I go with one of my picks like Jay and have it just taken out right away. But I'm gonna go with something that I think should be on the list, and it is probably my second favorite sequel of all time, and it is from a franchise that is known for its horror.
Here we go.
This particular installment was not horror. It was balls ass action from beginning to end and gave us one of the strongest female heroines of all time, and that would be Aliens. That's right, with an S at the end.
With a Z.
With a Z.
Right. Just for Jay. It's a fantastic franchise, and this one did it have some scary-ish moments in it? Okay, yeah, but when you've got 100 million aliens coming at you, it's not as scary as it is big explosions, guns going off, fire everywhere, gigantic robotic, skid haulers against Big Queen. I mean, come on. One of the best lines in all of movie history is "Get away from her, you bitch," and it comes from that movie. So I mean, it's there for a reason. I love it. What do you guys think?
All right, so Aliens is on the table. I'm gonna go to Cody first this time. Cody, does Aliens make top 7?
Well, you didn't have a lot to ground to make up after the last suggestion, so I'm glad you went with one that was on my list and not one that's in the trash. Yes, it's a slam dunk, I think, because it's definitely one that I think most people consider. But I think it's a fantastic movie. I think I like it better than the first one, and that's why I think sometimes when sequels do better than the first one, that's a statement right there. So yes, I 100% agree with you that it should be on the list.
It's one vote for Aliens, and I see Luca about to explode, so I'm gonna go to him next.
Oh, dude, I'm sweating. I like Aliens as a film, but I have such like a visceral reaction to people being like, "Oh, it's a sequel that did better," and like, "Oh, it's bigger and better." It's just like, oh, the first Alien is such a perfect piece of filmmaking, and Aliens.
Agreed.
Aliens,
Sequel we're
Aliens
talking
to
about.
me is like a perfectly good and functional movie, but also like a turning point that leads the Alien films in a really bad direction that I don't like at all. I'm going to say no because I think it's a good but not great movie. Gonna have to give that one a no.
All right, I'm gonna go to Jay next. Jay, Aliens doesn't make top 7.
Well, it boots my Aliens versus Predators 2 off the list. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Aliens is on my list, unfortunately. So yeah, it's gonna be a yeah.
All right, so Aliens is that's 2 for 2 for Cameron. Aliens makes top 7. I also would have given that a yes. And I'm going to go to Luca next. Luca, you get the next vote.
Oh, it's a choice between one of two at the moment, and one is an action comedy that I really like, and the other one is a really, really classic piece of incredible filmmaking. I'm going to go with the piece of incredible filmmaking because it's also like a slightly out of left field weird choice, and I think that it's a good strategy to do those early. I'm going to go with a film from 1962, the Japanese film, movie by Akira Kurosawa, the sequel to Yojimbo, Sanjuro. I think that Sanjuro is, besides being an incredible piece of action cinematography with fantastic sword fighting from Toshiro Mifune, is a incredible sequel with a fantastic story. It's got the same incredible sort of Kurosawa shooting of motion. It's got, again, brilliant performances from Toshiro Mifune, Tatsuya Nakadai. It's, I think, one of Kurosawa's most underrated films. It's one of the best films of the 60s, I think, and it's an incredible piece of cinema. So I'm going to go with that. Sanjuro, which is the sequel to Yojimbo.
Ooh, Sanjuro. You can always count on Luca for a classic pick. As Sanjuro is up for top 7. I'm going to go to me first. I think Sanjuro is a great film. I really do. I just think it doesn't really strike a chord with me as an action movie, even though I think for the time, like the samurai fights in those movies, like thought they were really well done. I'm gonna inch towards no on this one. I'm gonna go to someone who's likely seen this film. Also, I'm gonna go to Sandy. Sandy, have you saw and does it make top 7?
I would love to vote for this. I've never seen it. Like I said, I just was talking to these guys in the room about things that I haven't seen, and Kurosawa is another one of those ones that I haven't seen, but people that I respect love his films, so I'm gonna have to start checking them out. So for that reason, I can either say vote no or abstain from voting.
Well, if you haven't seen it, vote doesn't
Abstention
count.
is essentially
So
a vote.
the point is moot. Jay, have you seen Sanjuro?
I unfortunately haven't. I have seen Yojimbo, but I have not seen Sanjuro.
Okay, hold on, really quick. Cody, have you seen Sanjuro?
Mad obscure, yo. Mad obscure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, that's a big problem. You nominated something that none of us.
No,
have seen,
can't even get one of them Full Metal Firsts in there.
It's all right. Well, Sanjuro is a great film. People should check it out, but it does not make top 7, which means, Cody, you're the only one that hasn't gotten a bid yet, so you're up.
All right. So I'll just go Jay's route and throw out Transformers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I'm actually going to throw one because I think there's a lot of just obvious ones, so I kind of want to just talk about some movies that maybe won't make the list, but I'm okay with that. And this one is from a trilogy that I absolutely adore. It took me by surprise. And that would be, I'm suggesting that Dawn of the Planet of the Apes makes the list. I thoroughly enjoy the trilogy. I like this one a little bit better than War, and I know why people don't like War, but I just find that character and that entire movie, they did such a good job, and even in the action sequences in that movie, I think are fantastic. So that's why I'm going to put that one on the board.
Okay, one I did not see coming. So, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is up for top 7. I'm gonna go to Jay first this time. Jay, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, does it make top 7?
To me, yes. Like, I don't have a whole lot to say. Movie, it's not the one that I hated the most out of these, but yeah, that's probably why it makes the list for me.
Because you didn't hate
All
it
right.
the most.
I'm gonna go to Luca next. Luca, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, does it make top 7?
It's a really great movie, but I like it more for the kind of the dramatic aspect, the science fiction-y aspects, the sort of the storyline than any of the sort of the action particularly sticking out. I think that it's defined more by its characters and its plot and its action. So just kind of on the action movie level, I have a bit of a disconnect there. So I'm going to give it a no for that reason. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
All right, Sandy, I'm going to you next.
Okay, so the Planet of the Apes trilogy is my third favorite trilogy of all time.
Really?
But I am in agreement with Luke on this one. I don't watch this franchise for the action. I watch this because the story is fantastic from the beginning movie right to the end of the movie. I love War for the Planet of the Apes, but I love all three of these movies. So I would love to put it on here, but as an action sequel, I got to say no on that one just because I love the story as a whole more than just the action sequences.
Yeah, like we were talking about Star Wars, right? And like Star Wars is a similar thing. If Empire Strikes Back doesn't really count, then
Exactly.
That's fine.
All right, so it's up to me. It's my vote. I'm the deciding vote on this one, and I agreed on. Yeah, I completely agree with Luca and Sandy. Like that, Dawn of the Planet is my favorite of that trilogy. I think it's one of the best trilogies of the modern age of cinema. Biggest problem is though, like I don't watch them as action movies. Like they're great drama, they're great character pieces. Dawn is my favorite, even though I think War is technically the better film. I do love Dawn, but as an action movie, I can't put it on the list. I think there are more worthy, like straight up action movies that can go on here. So
I think Rise is the best for the record.
Really, that's wow.
Rise
Okay,
is my favorite.
All right. Well,
like
either
Rise.
way. Rise is good. It's just my least favorite of the three. But that is it. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes does not make top 7, and we are back to me. A lot of great ones I can choose here, but I'm going with a movie that put a franchise that was long dead back on the map with a kick-ass sequel that was just so badass. It was even nominated for Best Picture the year it came out. And I'm going with Mad Max Fury Road. This is unlike any action movie I've ever seen. Just the driving, the stunts, the choreography, just the stuff that George Miller was able to put together in a movie that a lot of people didn't know what to expect from. I think that is definitely worthy of top 7. There's so many memorable shots, so many memorable character performances in this film, and just it's beautiful. I love it. It's my favorite films of that year, and I think it definitely belongs on top 7. So I'm gonna go to Sandy first. Sandy.
Yeah, this was on my list. So even though I have not yet finished watching this movie, it's on my list to finish. I've seen enough of it to know that Tom Hardy is a badass in whatever he's in. So he's fantastic. But the simple fact that he is so awesome and Charlize Theron as Furiosa is actually the star of that movie is awesome. So, and not only that, but it's great. It captures that original Road Warrior vibe, that original Mad Max vibe, all of that dust and that color and that sun and the angst of everything. So yeah, for me, it makes the list.
All right, so that's one vote for Mad Max. Going to Luca next. Luca, Mad Max Fury Road. Does it make top 7?
Yeah, I've kind of got a debate going on in my head at the moment because I prefer Road Warrior, but Road Warrior is not going to be suggested and put on the list.
I almost made
And I love Fury Road to bits, and the action is fantastic. It's essentially like what would happen if you made Road Warrior today. Charlize Theron is brilliant in it. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Mad Max Fury Road makes top 7. I got Luca to say yes to my pick twice.
amazing.
I want a medal. So that is it. Fury Road is the third movie to make top 7. Cody, Jay, your votes didn't count. Cody, what would you have said about Mad Max Fury Road?
No, sorry. I understand people like it. This movie never clicked with me. It still hasn't clicked with me. I've rewatched it. I had a terrible theater experience with it, and then I went home and watched it and still don't like it as much as everybody. I think the problem with this movie is when I got to it, it was overhyped by everybody in the flipping universe at that time that it was the best thing ever. And I agree that people like it, and I understand why they like it. It just wasn't for me. It was a giant piece, giant car chase that's cool, but I didn't get much more out of it. So I would have said no, but that's just personal opinion.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. And Jay, what would you say about Mad Max Fury Road?
It's on my list, so I'm pretty sure that says everything that needs to be said.
All right, excellent. Well, I may regret this decision, but I'm going to you next. So, Jay,
Death Wish
what
4.
do you got? Oh God.
All right.
King Kong Lives, 85.
No, I was thinking. I was thinking like Jason X type situation. No, I'm kidding.
Stop!
You're not
This
serious.
is how we get Jill all the way on. Stop it! I will not stand for this.
Metal
No.
face, badass Jason. Come on.
Okay.
Let's get some
So-
Destroy All Monsters on there. Go again.
So, along with a couple of other movies that might make the top 7, I have watched a lot of movies, but I haven't watched a lot of movies that made me go back and just rewatch scenes. And one movie that I found just rewinding and rewatching several scenes over and over again was The Raid 2. You can argue that it is more of a martial arts film or a kung fu movie more than it is a movie, but to me, I don't know. To me, it works as an action film.
Okay, so
I mean,
I
would
guess
consider
in
martial arts
Jay's
action.
book, Kung Fu. I guess in Jay's book, martial arts and Kung Fu is not action, but I get the
If
rest
you're
of us
punching
is,
someone in
and
the
Raid
shoulder,
2 is on the
not
table.
really.
Samurai wasn't action. Samurai fighting
All right.
wasn't action.
I didn't say it wasn't action. I just said I don't consider that film an action film. But
Okay.
Cody, you spoke, so I'm going to go to you first. Does The Raid 2 make top 7?
Is it an action movie? Yes. Do I enjoy it? Yeah.
Are you just going to get back at me by saying no because I suggested Live Free or Die Hard?
I'm still pretty pissed about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's not it. I just don't go to it as much. I actually watch Raid 1 more, and I don't know if that's why. I just like it more. So I'm gonna give it a no vote.
All right, I'm going to go to me next. And yeah, I love the first Raid.
Okay.
But The Raid 2, I think as far as like the action aspect, I think it pushes that film. I think it pushes what the first one started even further. I think the fights are more impressive. I do like that 360 shot in the car. I thought was just that continued shot in the car was fantastic. And yeah, I'll give Raid 2 a yes. Gonna go to Luca next. Luca.
I'm with Cody on this one. I think that the first Raid is a better movie. I think it's more streamlined. I think it's got less fat on it. I think that the Raid 2 maybe has a few better scenes, but I think the Raid 2 kind of drags in places. has a little bit too much excess on it, isn't maybe as focused a film as the first Raid. I think that Iko Uwais is a great action protagonist, and the whole, I think it's called Penax Silat is the name of the martial art, is like always phenomenal to watch, and they're both filmed very well, but I think that if I'm going to sit down and watch one of them, it's going to be the first one, and I consider a great sequel to be something that like builds and improves on the first. So I'm going to give that one a no for basically the same reason as Cody. I'm just more likely to pop in the first Raid.
All right, fair enough. And Sandy, you're the deciding vote in this one. Does the Raid 2 make top 7?
So I had the Raid franchise and another franchise that I wanted on my list, and I wanted to choose one or the other because the first of the other one that I wanted is purely the better show, better movie, and the Raid is in my opinion, just like everybody else said, better than the Raid 2. However, I think the Raid 2 is better than the one that I had from the other franchise, so I put that on my list. So the Raid 2 does make my list of top.
All right, so Raid 2 makes top 7. And Sandy, you get to pick the next film.
There you go. Four so far, right?
Yeah, 4 so far.
Yeah. We've got Terminator,
quick.
Aliens, Mad Max, and now Raid 2. All right. Okay, here we go. My choice is next. I've got 2 guarantees on here, 3 maybe. So I'm going to go with one that we've heard of already in this particular episode of the Full Metal 5, and we shot it down hardcore. But I am going to put on this, I'm going to attempt to put on this list my favorite, other than the first one, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
It is the best Die Hard sequel.
It is
the best
in my opinion, the best sequel for that franchise. It's one of the best sequels that I've ever seen. It added, we had, a washed up John McClane. He was the hero in the first 2 movies, and now he's just a drunk. His family's left him. He's practically off the force. He's a bum. Enter Samuel L. Jackson. Enter Jeremy Irons as the brother of Hans Gruber. And just a great overall heist story, as well as a kick-ass driving action movie. Like, there is so many good driving action scenes in this movie. That's why, for me, I think Die Hard with a Vengeance should be on the list, and it should be relatively high.
All right, so Die Hard with a Vengeance. I think we can all agree the best Die Hard, except for maybe Jay. We can all agree the best Die Hard sequel.
I like a good day.
Oh no, I agree. I agree. It's the best Die Hard.
You do not.
I do not.
You didn't say it. Good day, sir.
You're right, because everybody was gonna say it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Jay first this time. Jay, there's a Die Hard with a Vengeance in top 7.
It was actually the first Die Hard movie I put on my list.
You have two Die Hard movies on your list.
No, I took it off to
and
put
one of them
more
is a
on.
Good Day to Die. You took it off.
I did, though. That's the thing, because I kind of figured at least 2 people on this panel would have chosen it, and when people choose it, you get 2 people shit out of luck in having to come up with another name. So that's why I took it off my list. Boom. Yes.
Okay, I guess it's a yes. I guess yes from Jay. Just yes, mic drop. His
He has an
logic is very
interesting
flawed,
way of
but-
playing Full Metal 5.
Yeah, I never seen
choose
someone play
everything so
Full
that
Metal
people
5
don't
like
get
this.
their ideas stolen. I like it.
All right, but Cody, I'm going to you next. Does Die Hard with a Vengeance make top 7?
Well, how the list is going, 2 I don't want on there, and 2 I do. This is my favorite Die Hard besides the first one. There are like 2 scenes that always make me laugh in this, especially when he's tied up on the explosives and Jeremy Irons asks him what he wants, and he says, "I got a killing headache," and throws him Tylenol. And then when Samuel L. Jackson finally tells him his name because he keeps getting it wrong, is by far one of my favorite parts. This movie is fantastic. I have to put it on the list because, gosh, I don't know if anything else I want is going to be on the list, and I find this one a million times better than the fourth one. And I think Jeremy Irons is a perfect villain in this. So yes, I'll put it on there.
So it's a yes from you.
Yes, that's a yes.
All right, so Die Hard with a Vengeance makes top 7. Luke, what would you have said?
It's my favorite of the Die Hard sequels, but it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
It's not a good film. Like, it's got
I
some great
agree.
sequences and like it's a fun film, but I don't think it's a very good movie. So I probably would have said no.
I actually think I'm not the same boat with Luca, although I do think Die Hard with a Vengeance is a good movie. I think there are other action sequels that I would put on the list before Die Hard with a Vengeance, so it's enough for me. But either way, Luca, you get the next bid for top 7. There are 2 spots left.
All right, another movie we don't know.
No, I hope you guys know this one. Get that piece of paper ready, Chance, and see what it is. I'm going to go with an action comedy, my favorite action comedy of all time. It is also a Hong Kong movie, so I'm going Asian 2 for 2 now. I'm going to go with Legend of the Drunken Master, which is Jackie Chan film, a sequel to a much earlier film from the 70s, which is just called The Drunken Master. And it's directed by Lau Kar Leung. And it's a really sort of funny and brilliant film. Jackie Chan is at his very best, I think. It's got fantastic fight choreography. It's very funny. It's got great jokes. The drunken fist style of martial arts is a really, really interesting thing. It's probably one of my favorite martial arts movies of all time, comedy or otherwise. So I'm going to go with that one. That is one that I like.
Fucking knew it. I wrote Drunken Master on my piece of paper. So Legend of the Drunken Master is up for top 7.
You want to call it by its Hong Kong name.
Drunken Master 2, Legend of the Drunken Master. Either way, Jackie Chan does drunk kung fu. It's up for top 7. And that sounds kind of disrespectful. I'm not going to call it that again. But, okay, I'm going to go to me first because my vote didn't count last time. It's just tough because I do love both Drunken Master films. I agree with what Luke is saying. I mean, like, Jackie Chan's great in these films. The style of martial arts is it is very good and is very exciting to watch. There's something I want to get. There's things I'd rather get instead, but I think it's in terms of quality. I'll give this one a yes. I'll give it a go. I'm gonna go to Sandy next. Sandy, does Legend of the Drunken Master make top 7?
I just wanted to show Luca that Chance wasn't the only one that was writing something down when you said that only Chance would get this one, but I've watched your matches. I know what's going on. So this movie I've actually watched. So because I like Jackie Chan a lot. I think he's one of the most, take this as what you want, but I still think that he's one of the most underrated martial artists out there, especially movie martial artists. He's not as appreciated as some of his as some of the other people that are out there that we know of. But this movie's fantastic. Not only is it like Jackie Chan's way of action martial arts is so fast and so jumpy and so wingy around everything. I know I'm using a lot of awesome adjectives right now, but I just love watching him work because it's so fluid. It makes the best part about anything is if somebody makes it look easy, and Jackie Chan makes it look easy. So for me, this movie, it is a sequel. It absolutely deserves a place on this list, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, wow. I did not see that coming. Really, I kind of said the side factor of me saying yes, but I thought that nobody else would. But either way, I'm fine with Legend of the Drunken Master making it, as it makes top 7.
I did that with Cloverfield.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, what would you have said?
So Legend of the Drunken Master?
Yes.
It was one of the first kung fu movies I ever really watched on TV. It sparked my love-hate relationship with Jackie Chan movies. It really got me into wanting to practice kung fu or martial arts of any kind. And yeah, it would have been a yeah for me.
All right, and Cody, what would you have said?
I probably would have said no. I've seen it. I think it's good. I just, when I made my list, didn't come into my head, and probably after this still wouldn't. But hey, this is how Full Metal 5 is going tonight, so this is awesome.
Just think of all like the great movies that won't make the list. But either way, Cody, you are rounding us
Think
out.
of all the movies that won't make the list because Die Hard 3 is here.
Well, I have a problem. This is tough. Chance, you go after me, right?
Yes, I go after you. So you're rounding us
Okay.
off.
Well, I'm hoping you say the one that I won't say. So I'm going to throw out the Bourne Ultimatum. When I think of action movie, this is one of the ones that comes to my mind. I absolutely love this series, not the one that came out in 2016.
16.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I said that. I said 16. It's just not that great, but this one was one of the last ones that I think really stole, had me captivated on the screen. I think the action in these movies are all fantastic. That's why you can either go Supremacy or this one, I believe. But this is the one I have to go with because I had the best time in the theater and on rewatchability. So that's my vote.
All right. So Bourne Ultimatum. I'm assuming is what you're saying. Ultimatum. Okay, that's what I thought. Bourne Ultimatum is up for top 7. I'm gonna go to Luca first. Luca.
It's the best Bourne movie, and it is I think it's the best Bourne movie, and I think it's got the best action in any of the Bourne movies. And Greengrass is a great director. There are a couple of movies that I have on my list that haven't been brought up yet. That I don't think anyone would bring them up, but I think they might stand a chance of getting on the list. So it's a tricky one. I don't know whether I want to vote strategically here. I think I'm going to vote strategically and say no. I think that there are other movies that I would rather see on the list than Ultimatum. So even though it's going to be the only thing that Cody and Paul Oyama share, it's going to be hating on me after this. So I'm going to bring those two together and say no.
All right, I'm gonna go to Jay next. Jay, Bourne Ultimatum. Does it make top 7?
These movies were boring as hell.
Whoa.
I legitimately don't like any of them.
Why did Paul have to miss this episode? Why the hell did Paul have to miss this episode? I'm out of here.
Okay. Oh, you want the true story? Paul messaged me last night and said he couldn't make it because he had an appointment at around 7:30 Eastern. What I missed in his message was that he said it was Thursday. So he kind of screwed himself. He just not said anything he'd be here.
Oh my!
So that's what Paul said here.
Okay.
All right, but that's a no for Bourne.
voting.
Whoa! I didn't say it was a no. I just gave my opinion that it was
You
boring.
can't say yes after saying they're boring as hell. That makes no sense about this entire process.
Are you gonna say yes? So I would say it's boring in hell and say yes. I'm assuming it's a no.
Corruption. No, it's a no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, Sandy, I'm going to you next. This Bourne Ultimatum, make top 7.
Yeah, I don't like any of these movies. I watched the first one. The first one was alright. It was okay. I watched the next one. The next one I was like, what? And then the third one, I was like, okay. And then I didn't even watch the last one that came out because I just don't care. So for me, it's got to be a no, just because I probably haven't seen it. But I trust that Cody's that it's a good movie. So you know what? If Cody likes it, I'm gonna go and watch it. But I'm gonna say no for the list.
All right, so Bourne Ultimatum does not make the list. My vote didn't count, but okay, I do love the Bourne trilogy. I think it was massively influential of the way people shot action for a good amount of time. A lot of people took the wrong lessons from it, but doesn't mean it wasn't influential in its own right. I probably would have voted no, just because there is a movie from another franchise I kind of want to get on, another spy franchise kind of want to get on instead. So that's the only reason I'm voting no. That's the only reason I would have voted no, but it doesn't matter. My vote didn't count anyway, so we're back to me.
Did you say another spy franchise?
Fuck. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the franchise that is the only reason we're here today.
Thank you.
And that is Mission Impossible.
Thank you. Okay,
Mission Impossible, I think, is the most consistent spy franchise going on right now. And it's not a question of if I nominate Mission Impossible sequels. It's a question of which one. And it's a tough bid, but I'm going Mission Impossible 5. I'm going with Rogue Nation. It was a tough pick. It was either Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol, but I think the action and Tom Cruise running and hanging off of various things stands out more in this movie. Yes, you had the Dubai Tower in 4, which was awesome. Here you had a plane, which I thought was even cooler. I always love seeing Jeremy Renner in these things. Simon Pegg, I think it's probably my favorite movie, my favorite Mission Impossible movie featuring Simon Pegg right now. I haven't seen Fallout. I'm super excited for it, but that might change. But yeah, I think Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. If Mission Impossible sequel is going to get on here, it's going to be Rogue Nation. So I'm going to Luca first this time. Luca, does Mission Impossible Rogue Nation make top 7?
I was hoping you were going to say Ghost Protocol, because I knew you weren't going to say my favorite, which is MI3.
3 is close. I love 3, but
I love 3 to bits. But I was hoping you were going to say Ghost Protocol, because I would have been able to have a little bit of a rant about that film. But I like Rogue Nation a fair bit, but it's not an higher echelon to me.
All right, that's fair. I'm gonna go to Sandy next. Sandy, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, does it make top 7?
Well, I'm going to shock the world again, and I'm going to agree with Luca again. Not only on it not making the list, but that Mission Impossible 3 is my favorite of the franchise.
Oh, yes, Philip. Oh.
Although I'm really looking forward to Fallout, because I think it might have the potential, because listen, I love Superman. You guys have all seen the posters, the shirts, everything I wear, so Henry Cavill's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to Fallout. But yeah, in this case, if you'd have went with a different one, I might have added it on there. Don't get me wrong, the whole franchise is great and the action sequences are fantastic. However, I think that there's a couple more that are a little bit more important.
All right, so I got 2 votes no. I should pick a different one. I literally have 3, 4, or 5 written down. I think I picked the wrong one.
I would
Cody.
definitely have said yes to 3.
I find this franchise boring as hell. It's terrible. I disagree.
No, you don't.
I really want some other action star in it. If Jackie Chan played it, it'd be a lot better. But I'll give it a yes vote. I'll give it a yes vote.
Okay, thank God.
I was looking for a co-host for this weekend's Geek, and I mean Cody's energy just went down. I'm just
because you're killing me, Sandy. If I could have ever been on a Full Metal 5, I was like, yes, Luca, Sandy. Then guess what? Shoot me in the heart.
If the list was...
I think Ghost Protocol or Rogue Nation should have been either one. I don't care. I think they're both great. I think this franchise is fantastic, and it's one of the only franchises that is getting stronger as it goes. So, but it's fine. It's fine.
I've never heard someone so upset about how much they like Tom Cruise.
Okay, that's a hot take right there. That's a hot, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Somebody,
I'm fine.
Harley.
I'm fine.
Harley, screen capture Cody. I want that as a meme on the Full Metal page in like seconds. So get to work on that, buddy.
It's just Cody. I'm fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, if this list were best Tom Cruise running movies, then 3 would definitely be on for sure.
I'm ready to cancel the stream because you guys have not known my. So I'm about
to
cancel it.
Deciding vote. Jay, you're the decider in this case.
Oh, listen to him.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Make top 7.
The power seeping into him right now.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay.
I'm gonna be okay.
I'm worried that with a 2 or 3 letter word, I could give Cody an aneurysm. It's not my favorite in the series. I kind of have to agree. I kind of have to agree with Luca and Sandy on this one. Yeah, it's a no.
Fuck. All right. Well, yeah. No, that was on me. I picked the wrong one. Either way, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation does not make top 7. Sorry, Tom, I tried, but maybe someone else will try. Who knows?
That's what you get for being so into Xenu.
That is correct. But oh boy, Jay. Hit us again.
You're gonna suggest Mission Impossible 2?
No, I was gonna suggest 3 actually.
3.
It seemed to have,
Watch Cody just explode.
the majority. Just for shits and giggles,
It's okay.
Die Hard 4 again. No, I know we've kind of stayed away from the comic booky action movies tonight. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And go ahead and feel free to shoot it down if you guys have a better entry on your list. But Winter Soldier is it's the lowest one on my list, but it is one of those movies that when I think of an action movie, I think of a movie that just kind of hits you just a little bit, especially, watching somebody die. And then one of my favorite scenes is Jasper Sitwell getting thrown out of the car, getting hit by the truck. And I don't know, there's just something about that last fight on the helicarriers. There's something about the entire plot that just seems evil and over the top in, yes, a comic book way, but that's what you want. You want those almost unbeatable odds, and you want somebody to be able to stand up to that. And Captain America rises to that occasion like he does almost every time on the screen. So yeah, Winter Soldier's Winter Soldier's my choice.
All right, so Captain America: The Winter Soldier is up for top 7. I like this movie quite a bit. I think it's one of the better ones in the MCU. I think you can really see where it took inspiration from things like the Bourne franchise when they took the approach to action, and it was really great. But I want to at least hold out to see if somebody gets something else on the list. So I'm gonna vote for no. Not that I don't like Winter Soldier. I think it's a great film, but that's a no. It's a no for me. Gonna go to Cody next. Cody.
You sure? Sure you want to go back to me? If you want to watch comic books, tune into the next Full Metal 5. Not here. I do not watch Captain America: Winter Soldier for the action. I watch it for the characters and the story and how great everything, blah, blah, blah. Jay, you've ruined my night. Have a good night.
Oh, I hope to continue to do that, sir.
Wait, so did Cody give it a yes or no?
That was a no. Did you see that?
I'm going to say no on
okay.
that too. I think that's what that was, yeah.
All right, so
Can't
that was a no for. Okay, that's 2 no's. I'm gonna throw it over to Luca. Luca, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
No, it's my third favorite Captain America MCU film, so no.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wow. Okay then. So that's 3 for 3. So that's no for Captain America: Winter Soldier. And Sandy, what would you say about Captain America: Winter Soldier?
So my vote doesn't count then.
Your vote does not count.
I vote yes. It's a great. It is one of the best sequels ever, and plus it's got freaking Captain America in it. So I would have totally voted yes. Sorry about that, Jay. Damn.
It's so weird. You get a rousing yes Captain America from the Canadian. It's very, very strange. But that's the world we live in. And Sandy, you're next. One spot left. You have to fill it.
I've been making enemies all over the place over here. Cody's never voting for anything I have again. Jay's probably just going to say something just to piss me off. Luca hates everything that I pick. Chance, you're my only hope, but that's only 2 votes. I'm screwed. So I'm going to go with something that I think should be on the list. Not that I think it's going to make it on the list, but it's not my favorite of the series. However, I think it's probably the most important of the series. And this is a legit series. It's long. And I'm going to say Fast 5. It brought the original crews back together. It brought all the team from the different movies that had followed it back for and added Luke Hobbs, The Rock, which we can all say revitalized, and Justin Lin directed it. So, I mean, it's got a it turned the franchise around from being sort of a campy racing movie and kind of a goofy kind of thing into a full-on action franchise. So I say Fast 5, but it's not going to make the list. So thanks.
All right, so I'm Fast 5. The Not Thinking Man's Ocean's 11 is up for top 7. I'm gonna go to Jay first this time. Jay, does Fast 5 make top 7?
I'm pretty sure when I was 7 playing with Hot Wheels, I acted out the exact final scene of that movie. So no. If I could come up with it when I'm 7 years old, I don't want to come back 10 years later and watch it. I'm good.
Are you 17?
Yeah, like what?
Did Fast 5
How old
come
are you?
this year?
No.
Oh
That's
no, it's
okay,
fair enough. It's like
Okay,
7
fine,
years
whatever.
old.
Either way, this is bizarre. How old are you? Doesn't matter. All right, going to
Jay's
Cody next.
actually
Cody,
74.
This is true.
Cody, you.
Sandy, imagine the safe that they drive through the town and wrecks everything. It's going to crush through your suggestion. It's a no. A big fat no, because one, this movie's stupid.
Come
The
on,
entire franchise
come
is
on!
stupid.
Don't you think the fact that they
I think this one is one of the best ones in the series. But I'm sorry, when you put no-brained everybody together, sorry, there's no way this team could do that pull-off. No one believes it. No one thinks it. And then the next one, they drive on an aircraft carrier that's 12,000 miles long. Stupid series. I'm done with it. No.
Come on, you're the one that mentioned it. They used a giant safe to destroy a bank. Come on.
5 minutes isn't worth the whole movie.
Don't they do that in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
I never seen Cody say no so like
I
cellular.
know.
No, because this movie's
Got it.
stupid.
Got a vendetta against me now. It's all over.
But I liked
All right.
Sandy the most out of everybody. This is the problem I'm facing.
Okay, well, going to me next. Yeah, not that I like Fast 5. It's definitely my favorite of the Fast and Furious series. But I think there are better sequels. Like, not that I don't think Fast 5 is good. I think it's good. Granted, it is dumb, but all of them are. But I think there are better quality films we can put on this list instead of Fast 5. And yes, Paul, I hear you. I know how much you love Tokyo Drift, and this is not that, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, gosh.
I agree with Paul on that.
It's not me talking.
Oh, Paul.
At the exact same point
All
in
right,
time, remember, guys, it's all
I
about
like
fun.
Tokyo Drift too.
So Fast 5 does not make top 7. Luke, I'm assuming you would have said no.
I think until Space Jam 2 comes out, I don't think Justice and Lane would have had a chance to get on this list, to be honest. Space Jam 2 might have made it if we'd done this after that came
Oh,
out.
Space Jam 2 will definitely make it when we do this list again.
Space Jam 2,
But,
Full Metal 5 best movies ever.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely. Space Jam 2 will definitely make that list. Luca, you get the next vote, so you're up, buddy.
Oh, God. I kind of forgot what I was doing here for a bit. This is such a
Crushing my
weird
dreams.
So I'm going to do something wild and suggest a good movie.
What?
Mad, I know. I'm not sure if this is going to be taken as being action enough, but I think it's. We've been talking about a few trilogies. I'm going to talk about, I guess, what my personal favorite film trilogy of all time maybe is. From 1966, Sergio Leone's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The epic spaghetti western, third in the Dollars trilogy, starring Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, and Lee Van Cleef, in some of the best performances of their career. Just incredible cinematography, brilliant scale. It's tense, it's action-packed. The shooting and the way that the action is shot and the way the gunfights are shot are excellent. It is one of my favorite films of all time. It's got an incredible soundtrack. It's a really, really brilliant piece of cinema. So let's try and get that one on there.
All right, so The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is up for top 7. Sandy, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. It's one of my favorite westerns. But is it one of the best movie action sequels ever? I've got to go no on this one. I got to go no on this one just because I think that there are some that we haven't hit on yet, and a Western, even though it's good in action and it's a great Western, is it going to make it for me? It's not. Sorry.
All right, so that's one enough for good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm gonna go next. This is tough because it is my personal favorite of the Dollar trilogy. I think it's a massively done film, but I'm still edging towards no on this one. Cody, no, not Cody. Jay, going to you next. Jay?
I thought you said Cody. I'm sorry.
No, I said Cody first, but I meant you.
Oh, okay. You're hard pressed to find a man who can rock a serape like Eastwood.
I mean, true.
That being said,
What is the logic?
oh well, let's let Cody go first, and I'll be the deciding factor again.
No, I'm
so I
just
can
saying
press
because he wears a hat.
One
Sorry,
more.
I'm sorry.
A serape isn't a hat.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
So is that a yes from you, Jay?
No, it's a no. Unfortunately,
Okay, so good, the bad, and the ugly is not top 7, even though Clint Eastwood rocks a serape like no one else. Oh, if we ever get like Full Metal 5 T-shirts, we got to get that on. Like he rocks a serape like no one else. Cody, what would you have said?
I mean, this movie like ranks in like my top 15. I love it, but I don't like. Kind of like one of mine got shot down. I don't watch it for the like real action. I watch it for the characters and how great the movie actually is. So and because Luca suggested it, I would have said no.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Sure, I understand that.
Right,
But
Cody?
at this point, it's like, what movie is making this list?
We have one spot left, Cody. You got it. You got to do it. I hope you have it. Please don't let me down.
I don't know. I mean, I could just talk it out because that's what I'm kind of deciding. I wanted to keep something off the list because I was like, we talk about these movies to death, and I don't want to like bring it up because of that point. But I want something I like on there, so I don't know whether to go with that or go visit Mission Impossible and try to get it back on.
Mission Impossible.
Go with your gut, Cody.
But I don't like 3 as much. I like Ghost Protocol more.
Go with your gut, then. Take one of the ones you want on
Go
there.
with your gut. Go with your gut then.
Okay, I'm going with and it's probably going to get shot down, but I'm going Indiana Jones Last Crusade.
Oh, thank God.
I understand. Whatever. But I think it is by far, I still stand by this. It's one of I think it flip-flops between Raiders and that every time with Indiana Jones because they're hand in hand. I love those movies. I wasn't going to say it because we talk about this stuff on the list, but that's how iconic this movie really is. That it is that great of a film. And yeah, I have to throw Last Crusade. And if you all don't like it, well, Harley's here running the stream. She can fill in for the 5th one, and I can walk out. But that's my suggestion.
All right, so Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade at long last is up for top 7. Going to Luca first this time. Luca, does it make top 7?
God, yes, obviously. I am probably like the most liberal with genres here, just in terms of like what can count as an action film, as we've seen. And it's like in my top 3 Spielberg movies. I like it more than Raiders. It's in my top like 5 movies of the 1980s. It's a brilliant piece of cinema. Yes, it goes on the list.
All right, I'm going to regret this. I'm going to Jay next. Jay does Indiana Jones.
They're boring and awful. And
My God, have you seen
nobody
the guy
rocks
who
a bull
plays
like
Indiana Jones? He looks like he's 80.
He is 80.
I know. No, actually, this is my favorite of the trilogy. We don't talk about the unnamed 4th one because it's just garbage. Actually, Cody, I hope this doesn't give you an answer. But yeah, it's a yes for me. Legitimately.
Right, so that's
Building a
2
bridge.
yes. Going to Sandy next. Sandy, Last Crusade. I'm just going to write
It's
that down
already made the
already.
list.
Last Crusade, is it gonna Oh, sorry, it's already made the list.
It's already
So
made the
that's
list.
it. Our top 7 is complete. So Sandy, your vote didn't count. What would you have said?
It was actually on my list, so I was happy that Cody mentioned it. That was the one that I was going to throw out next.
All right.
Is it complete? Oh, it is. Yeah.
It is complete. Doesn't matter what I would have said either. But I think I would have voted no for Selfish Reasons. Not that I don't think it's a good film, but like if this was like early on and we didn't let Die Hard 3 on, I would have definitely said yes.
Die Hard 3 has been the source of a lot of problems.
It has been the source of a lot of. There's always one in every show, but either way, we have our top 7, and now we get to these honorable mentions. Honorable mentions for me, my favorite Bond, I guess you can define as a sequel, Skyfall, and this list seriously lacks from Tom Cruise. Like a Mission Impossible movie should have made this list.
Agreed.
When we redo this list, Top Gun 2 will definitely make it. Also, I would have put on one of the Lethal Weapon sequels, probably Lethal Weapon 2. And that's it. That's it for me. Sandy, any honorable mentions you have?
Yeah, I'll just go through them really, really quick. Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. The other sequel that I was talking about was John Wick Chapter 2. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I didn't know whether or not this would count or not, just because I think it's kind of actiony. Actually, I think it's got a lot of good action in it. I thought one of the best sequels for this franchise was Creed, from the Rock franchise. I know it's more drama than action, but it's got all kinds of fight scenes in it, training montages, training scenes. So I consider that actiony. So I've had that on the list. Back to the Future 2, I had Skyfall. Empire Strikes Back, of course, is not on there. But those are the lists that I had.
And of that list, you had maybe 4 real action movies? I'm kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Luca, what any honorable mentions you have?
My honorable mentions is just Desperado 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
No, so Desperado is on there very prominently. I would have pretty quickly voted to get that one on. I also have Hellboy 2. My personal pick for Bond would have been From Russia with Love. Although I'm not a huge Bond fan, I think From Russia with Love is the most important one in terms of like expanding the Bond style. Although I think you could argue for Casino Royale or even on Her Majesty's Secret Service. I
wouldn't really consider those sequels, though.
Pardon?
Wouldn't really consider those sequels, though.
Majesty's in particular, I think, is definitely a sequel.
Majesty's maybe, but Casino Royale, that's more.
Casino Royale is obviously like it's like there's a reboot aspect to it. I really like Mothra versus Godzilla, if you want to count that.
Okay.
There are, besides that, there was something else. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny is also a very good film.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's way better than you might expect it to be.
No, I've seen Crouching Tiger. I think Crouching Tiger is Sword of Destiny. I didn't hate it as much as most people. I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. Maybe I'll have to check it out again.
I really enjoyed it. Also Ip Man 2, which is.
I would have voted for either of the Ip Man sequels or any of the Ong Bak movies. Any of the
Ong Bak 2 are really good, and the sequel to SPL Killzone, which I forgot the name of, is very good as well.
Okay.
Road
Cody.
Warrior.
Yeah, Road Warrior 2. Cody, any honorable mentions for you?
Ghost Protocol, Desperado, Lethal Weapon 2, Godfather 2.
What?
Huh?
It's got some action. Think about it. Just think about it.
Definitely not an action.
In that case,
Definitely not an
go
action
back and
movie.
suggest Bride of Frankenstein.
We have a lot on here that whatever you guys want to consider, but and Bad Boys 2.
We? Who is we?
Damn, I can't believe I forgot that.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot it either. But boy, I can't wait to hear this. Jay, mentions for you.
All right.
Tooth Fairy 2.
I'll keep the list going because I'm pretty sure you might name a couple.
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Do not bring. I will write.
RoboCop 3.
No, Empire Strikes Back did top my list, but we talked about it. It's not really an action movie. Then I've got another Harry Potter movie on my list. I know Sandy mentioned one. He mentioned 3, Prisoner of Azkaban. But I've got Deathly Hallows Part 2. I've got Ip Man 2, Ong Bak 2, and Ip Man 3 all made honorable mentions. They were 9, 10, and 11 on my list.
Okay, so
But
have
Live
our-
Free or Die Hard was higher.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Free or Die.
dude, he jumps off of a plane. Okay,
And it looked awful. And it looked
I didn't
awful.
say it looked good. I just said he did it before Tom Cruise.
No, Bruce Willis didn't really do it. Tom Cruise actually does the shit. So either way, we digress. We have our top 7. So our top 7 reminder for people watching and our panel: Terminator 2, Aliens, Mad Max Fury Road, Raid 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Legend of the Drunken Master, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Good list. Good list, guys. Now here comes the easy. Well, I don't know who gave that but
Cody.
who said Cody? All right. Well,
He's
It
just,
could, it could be a good list after some trimming.
he's just
we
angry.
now have the good to the task of taking
I'm
two
going
of
to
these
the dark
films.
side.
We had two tasks. We got to take two of these films off. So this is pretty much the opposite of round 1. We say a film that we think should not be in top 5, and we knock it off until we get 2 off the list. So because of Cody's kind of whinging snide, I'm gonna go to him first. To Cody, what do you want to take off the list first?
So I'm going to say how I think one, because I'm not that memorable for me. I would have said that one, but I'm going to say Raid 2. I think Raid. No, I just think Raid 1 is a superior film on it, and one's got to go. So if I really wanted to cut something, I would have said Mad Max, but that doesn't have a chance of leaving. So I'm going to go with Raid 2.
All right. So Raid 2 is on the chopping block. Jay, you put it on. So does it stay or does it go?
Personally, there's at least 1, maybe 2 other movies I'd like to see off this list before Raid 2, though I do have to agree with you. I did like the first one more than the second one, but the first one's not a sequel. Yeah, I'm gonna go Mad Max.
No. You need to
This
vote.
works.
No, you have to vote if
Oh, my bad.
it stays or it goes.
Oh, it stays. It stays.
Okay, that's all we're asking. So Raid says 1 vote for Raid 2 to stay. Gonna go to Sandy next. Sandy.
So we're picking one that we want to have to stay?
No, we're
Okay,
voting.
just-
We're voting if Raid 2 stays on the list or if it goes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Raid 2 for me goes.
So it goes. That's 2 votes. 2 votes for it to go. Only 1 more for it to actually get off the list. I'm gonna go next. And of what we have here, there are 2 I think are easy cuts. Raid 2, as much as I do like the movie, is one of them. So I'm cutting Raid 2. It's off. It's not going to top 5. Luke, I imagine you would have said the same thing.
Yeah, I prefer the Raid, and I prefer Merentau, which is Gareth Evans' first martial arts movie. So I would have probably gone off. It's probably the one of those that I'd be least likely to watch.
Okay. So, Luca, I'm giving you the next cut. What
Die
do
Hard
you
3 is
want
not
to
a good
take
movie
off?
and should be off the list.
Okay, wow, that was easy. Die Hard 3 is up for top 7. I think Sandy, you put this on, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
All right, so
I'm
does
sorry,
it stay or
it's
does it
not
go?
just because you're Sandy Robinson.
Yeah, no, that
Although
should
you
be
didn't
my
help your case.
that should be my next shirt. Lucas said no. Sandy Robinson sucks. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna vote for it to be off too. So
Okay, wow, we're getting easy. And Cody, I'm going to you next. Does Die Hard 3 get off the list?
Zeus, Mount Olympus, shove a lightning bolt up your ass. No, it stays. I love this movie. Especially better than Drunken Master. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
No.
I'm sorry. I don't want all the films on this list to be white people films. Sorry.
Oh. Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson's in it.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's in the movie.
He literally shares as much screen time. Do not pull that card, Polo Yama.
All right, so I'm gonna go to Jay next. Jay, Die Hard 3. Does it stay or does it go?
I'm pretty sure that this franchise should have died after the third one. So
Except for 4.
Yeah.
Except for 4.
Look,
Great.
hate me all you want for that pick. I already list it's cut for me.
All right, so Die Hard 3 is officially off the list. I would have agreed. So now we have our top 5. So our top 5 as it stands is Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Aliens, Mad Max Fury Road, Legend of the Drunken Master, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Good five. Good five, guys. So what we're going to do now is the ranking portion of the show. A spawn list is going to be up for voting, and you're going to write down on your whiteboard or paper or whatever.
You're echoing real hard.
Yeah, I know. Someone's got their headphones in.
Jay.
I have my microphone muted.
No, it was just popping up with the.
Yeah,
Someone's echoing.
it's not.
Okay, we're good now.
Yep.
It's Jay. It is Jay. So, all right. So, how's it going to work is a spawn list is going to be up for voting. We're going to write down on our whiteboards or whatever we have what movie we think deserves to go in that spot. So, you all write down what you think deserves to go in the number 5 spot.
Oh boy.
It looks like everyone's ready, so I'm going to go first. I have Legend of the Drunken Master. Going to Sandy next.
I have Indy and the Last Crusade.
Ooh. Luca.
Got Aliens.
Oh, boy. Jay.
I have Legend of the Drunken Master.
Oh, all right. So, Cody, what do you have?
Of course, I agree with you guys. It's Legend of the Drunken Master.
Wow. Okay, so that Legend of the Drunken Master makes number 5. So now, if you write down what goes in number 4 spot on this.
This will be my next vote for a while.
All right, looks like we're all ready. Gonna go to Cody first this time. Cody.
Mad Max Fury Road.
All right, going to Jay.
Mad Maxwell.
All right. Luca.
I still have Aliens.
Sandy.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Fuck. Luke, I was
Yes.
with you. I had Aliens also. So Mad Max Fury Road makes number 4. So now if you all write down what goes in number 3 spot on the list. All right, everyone ready?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna go first. I have Aliens. Sandy.
I have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Luca.
I have E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
What?
It's actually-
Oh, okay. Jay.
They named the dog Indiana. I have Indiana Jones. He said.
All right, so that's 2 votes Aliens, 2 votes Indiana Jones.
We know which
What
one's
do you have?
on.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't have to change my vote. Aliens.
All right, Aliens makes number 3. So now we are going to go number 1. Write down what you think goes in number 1 spot.
Real simple. It's just two. It's a letter and a number.
It's actually 2 words, a sign, and an abbreviation.
All right. Cody, going to you first.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
All right, Jay.
T2.
All right. Going to Luca next.
I also have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
All right. Well, I'm going to me, and that keep this interesting. I got Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So, Sandy,
That's
up to you. What do you have?
if you hadn't picked this one first, this would have been my number one pick because it is my number one pick of all time for the best sequel ever. So my answer is The Last Crusade.
Oh, wow, that's nuts. All right,
Sandy,
so
Sandy, did you know that you were voting for number one?
What?
Did you know that you were voting for number one?
No, God damn it. No. So,
Ah! You can't change your vote after it's in. You can't change your vote
no,
after
no,
it's in. We have rules. We have rules. This is anarchy.
I
Where's
thought,
Miss Kalinowski?
we were voting for number
Chaos.
2, which would have given
No,
us
we
our number 1.
never
But
vote-
my number
we never
1.
vote for 2. Yeah,
All right.
we always go straight to 1.
Edit.
I
Cut
hate
that
my
out. Cut
life.
that out.
My vote for number 1 is Terminator 2.
Okay, so now we have the correct list. So the list
No.
going over it again. Number 5, Legend of the Drunken Master. Number 4, Mad Max Fury Road. Number 3, Aliens. Number 2, Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade. And the number 1 action sequel of all time, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Man, this is a great comeback for this show. I want to thank my panel. I want to thank all the viewers. This was just complete pandemonium. Thank you, Sandy, for the twist ending at the end there. So I want to thank all my panel. I want to thank all the viewers. And stay tuned because this is not the only Full Metal 5 we're doing tonight. We have a very special episode planned in just a little bit. So stick around, tune in. And until then, we will see you next time.
Rest in peace, John Schnapp.